Welcome back to the New York Sports Exchange, episode number 180. And what an all-star week it was down in Atlanta. Cal Raleigh wins the home run derby. The National League wins the all-star game on a swing-off.
I didn't love
swing-off. Tim didn't love it. I liked it. I liked it for an all-star game. I liked it for an all-star game.
Stan, I missed when they played for home field. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, that was so bad. We'll dive into all-star break, home run derby, all-star game. Yankees lose 2 in a row going into the break. Mets, who did they play going into the break?
God, I gotta look. They won 2 or
Was
3.
it Baltimore?
It was kind of a big series. I think it may have been Baltimore.
Oh my God.
Let me double check.
It's been so long. No, because they got swept in that doubleheader. So it wasn't.
They went 2 out of 3. Was it the Rays? No,
it was the
they were playing
Royals.
Boston.
Took two out of 3. Took 2 out of 3 against the Royals. See, it's been so long without any sports, but this is the last day, so we'll be fine.
Thank God.
Yankees drop 2 out of 3 to the Cubs. Mets take 2 out of 3 to end the first half of the year. A half game out of first place. A half game.
You know what? I like where we're at because Stan, when we were winning, when we had the solid lead, we blew it. So I'm cool being a half out.
So did we. We had a solid lead, and we're only 2 back. We will dive into the recent performances of the Yankees and Mets. Other MLB news. That NL Central race may be closer than people think. That's all I'm going to say. We'll dive in on that a little bit later on. Deadline coming up 2 weeks from now. Whole thing could be shook up. Whole league could be shook up. Who knows who goes where? We're going to dive into some teams that are selling, definitely selling at the deadline. Name off a couple players who goes where. NBA. We give our reactions to the Mike Brown press conference. I think he nailed it. I think
it was exactly what you wanted to hear, Stan.
It happened so long ago. I had to rewatch it today. Bradley Beal, Los Angeles Clipper, agrees to a buyout with the Suns, takes a 2-year, $11 million contract.
What a fall off.
Also in NBA news, he's coming home. Damian Lillard returning to the Portland Trail Blazers, not this year, but next year as he rehabs from that Achilles injury. All's right in the world, I feel.
Feels like 2016 again.
Yes, it is. And then we're going to talk some football. Jets making some moves. They extend Garrett Wilson. They extend Sauce Gardner.
Finally, Stan. I've been waiting for it.
Yes. And then the Steelers also finally extend TJ Watt. 3 years, $123 million. The highest paid non-quarterback in the history of the sport.
Still don't know what direction they're going in, though.
Still don't know what direction they're going to go into, but we will figure that out. Let's dive right into it, wasting no time. Yankees. Going into the All-Star break at a little bit of a low. They dropped 2 in a row. Moves need to be made. That's all it really has to go. That's all it really comes down to. But we're going to talk about some bright spots. Cody Bellinger's on fire. 3 home runs almost a week ago. Hit 3 home runs. Almost had a 4th if it wasn't for Kyle Tucker.
Dude.
It does feel like a month ago, yes. But would have had 4 home runs if not for Kyle Tucker robbing him in the 6th or 7th inning that was. Cody Bellinger's hitting 360 this month. This is the Cody Bellinger that Yankee fans have been promised. Even when we got him in the trade, it was like, well, if we get at least
more than promised, Stan. Jeez, Louise, 360. I mean, he's heating up back. Yeah. He's above his MVP level right now. I would say.
Ooh, maybe.
He's been a stud in the outfield for you guys.
Best year since his MVP year. I'll give you
that. That's better. That's a better way to. That's a better
phrase.
That's
a much better phrase. Yankees, that series against Seattle was great. I know we're going way back. You get a sweep of Seattle, that's big. You kind of knock them out of that wild card contention. They were 1-2 in the wild card going into the series. You sweep them, you knock them completely out of the picture.
Need that edge.
Needed the edge. Tim, this was an interesting stat in that first game. The Yankees hit 5 for 7 with runners in scoring position. That was the first time that the Yankees had 5 or more hits with runners in scoring position since the Kansas City series, which was when the sort of drought kind of started. Remember, there was the 1-0 game, then we went to Fenway, and then it kind of all went to shit. Went to shit from there. So really, I'm liking what I'm seeing. It seems like that when this team is hitting with runners in scoring position, they go. Like this is the team that we know and love, and I'm really loving to see that. Will Warren's been great. I've been liking, I know with the deadline coming up, I've been liking this defense-first approach. I know Peraza's bat isn't really like the greatest, but
it's not good.
Let's just say it's not major league caliber. I'll give you that. His glove is, though. His glove is more than major league caliber. So I like that.
That'll get you a spot.
Yes.
Look, Tyrone Taylor's batting like 207.
That is true. DJ LeMahieu. DFA'd.
About fucking time. How long was he going to be a Yankee? I mean, it felt like he was getting to Jacoby Ellsbury territory this year, where it's like, this guy it's no business being here.
It was getting bad once, the thing with Jazz with his shoulder and then him just like playing at third base exclusively when you really got him. I know you got him last year and put him at third, but you really got him to be the Gleyber Torres replacement and put him there at second base to be a good battery of Volpe. And then all of a sudden DJ LeMahieu comes back and then Jazz is back to being an exclusive third baseman. It felt like, and that story came out last year where they were going to DFA LeMahieu in September, and Judge kind of put the kibosh on it, being like, "Well,
why would you do this now?
Why would you do it now when we're making a postseason push?" Which I kind of makes sense, but at the same time, you're trying to make the team better,
right? But at the moment, for the camaraderie and the chemistry, yes. Like, why would you? There's no reason to mess it up.
Which is understandable, yes. But the fact that it had to take until July 9th.
Yeah, I know. Why keep him going into the next year? That's my thing. You could have got rid of him a while ago.
Yeah, you could have gotten rid of him a while ago. But it's sad to see him go. There were discussions on Twitter basically talking about like what was like DJ LeMahieu's like best moment after he got that contract, and I couldn't really think of the two that come to mind were the grand slam against the Phillies. Like we were like right in like the middle of like we were right in the middle of a cold streak or something like that, and we like just got Jazz, and then that's when I believe we swept them, or we at least took 3 out of 4, something like that, and then a walk-off single against the Blue Jays that I was at. That's really all it was.
That's all you can remember.
Yeah, that's all I could remember. Once he got that
how many years did he play for the Yankees? What was it?
He's been with the team since 2019, so this was his sixth season. The next year would have been the last year on his big contract.
And how many years was he a Rocky?
He was a Rocky for a while.
All right, so he's a career Rocky. I didn't know what he was going to go down as. Well, I mean, the question's still up for what does he go down as? Probably one more with the Yankees, but
good piece of hitting. That's what he's known as. He's a good piece of hitting. How long was he? Oh no, he started with the Cubs. Sorry. He started with the Cubs, and then he got traded to Colorado, where he spent 6 years there, 2012 to 2018.
So now that raises the question, Stan, is he career Yankee or is he career Rocky?
Oof. When he left, the Rockies were a good team. And I feel like ever since he left, the Rockies have not been a good team. So maybe he was a career Rock. But he's won a batting title with the Yankees.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's got more accolades with the Yankees. He's won more. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know.
Had the signature moment of his career as a Yankee with that home run in the championship series.
When we're talking about him 15, 20 years from now, what are you going to remember him as? Obviously, you as a Yankee fan, we're just saying in general, like a baseball fan.
Yankee are pretty good.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's fine with me.
The Hall are pretty good. Shout out that guy on Twitter. That guy's amazing.
He's rolling right now. They got the hockey one going. They got everything going.
He is rolling. Let's talk about Cam Schlittler real quick. I love this kid. I love him. I was with you when he made his debut the other day.
Yep.
He goes 5 1/3, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, threw 10 of the hardest pitches any Yankee has thrown all year. Now,
good or bad thing?
Not necessarily, because, Fried, we could talk about Fried as well with that blister. Well, let's stick with Schlittler. Schlittler, I gotta...
Schlittler, yeah.
Schlittler's gonna come out of my mouth a lot.
Mets are gonna get to him.
Yeah, the Mets might get to him where, Frank the Yank is gonna be calling him Cam Schlittler. But anyway, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, but the real question is, if we use him, are we using him as trade bait? Are we using him, do we see him as like a big piece of this rotation in the coming years? Because Clark Schmidt's out with Tommy John surgery, so you're not going to have him for all of next season. So is he a guy that you can really you could build him up there? And
is this his shot? You're saying
this is his chance?
You never know. I mean, we can, and say come playoff time when Yankees are swinging around there, is he still in the rotation, or would you rather him coming out of the bullpen?
I'd rather him coming out of the bullpen just because he came up in July. It's an innings issue.
What's the five going to look like?
Fried, Rodon, Yarborough. People forget about Yarborough.
Yeah.
He's going to be back. Fried, Rodon, Yarborough.
It gets washy, dude.
Yeah, it does get washy.
You're not throwing Stroman.
Luis Heal's going to be back. Yeah, he'll be due.
But that 5 is questionable.
That 5 is going to be Schlittler or Stroman.
Is it a third baseman and a starting pitcher, the two main concerns right now for you, or?
I think a reliever is a big concern right now. as
So
well.
do you prioritize a reliever over a starter, or do you need that 5-spot filled? Because I think come playoff time, you're not throwing Stroman in a playoff game. Are you serious?
Yeah, we're
That's
not
waving
throwing
the white
Marcus
flag.
Stroman. Yeah. Although Marcus Stroman has not been terrible. I'll give him credit where credit.
It's
He's
the
not
first
like
half of the year, Stan. Remember what happens? His arm falls off in the second half.
I know this, but again, he's been hurt. But ever since he's came back in all the games he's been back since injury, it hasn't been like he's put us in like this massive hole where we can't dig ourselves out of.
No, but he hasn't been light set. Him and Frankie Montas right now are just so similar to me. Like, when you think of like two of the same guys, I think him and Frankie Montas are in the same category for me. It's like they're not going to kill you, but you cannot get away with throwing them in an important game.
That is true. We could talk about his home run derby performance later, but in the real games and the things that do matter.
Yeah, it wasn't messing up his swing. Is that what the excuse was?
In things that do matter, Jazz Chisholm is nearly 1,000 OPS in the month of July. He's been swinging a hot bat. I'm really glad that we're seeing a player like him flourish in a big market on a good team, because of course his talent was wasted in Miami. Like, there was really
they were terrible.
Question. They were terrible. They were awful. They made the playoffs twice with him, though.
They did. Well,
yeah,
they weren't great runs, but yeah, they did make the playoffs.
They were great runs, but they won a series.
They snuck out a series.
COVID, but a series.
They were a fun small ball team. If you watched them during COVID, they were slapping that ball around.
Oh yes, they were. But yeah, Jazz is incredible. Getting a lefty bat at Yankee Stadium is just so pure to me. It's just like it's something you
right
need.
Field is like 300 feet.
Play the game. Play the game. Play the game. And then speaking of bullpen help for the Yankees claim Rico Garcia off waivers. He is immediately added onto the 40-man roster. How many scoreless innings for the Mets? He threw I think in 2 appearances, he didn't give up he didn't give up a run. He was probably your most consistent reliever. Yeah. And then you DFA'd him.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, Stan, the rotating door has been pretty nuts for the Mets. Like I said, I don't think we're going to be seeing Zach Pop around anytime soon.
That is true. That is definitely more than true. Let's go to the Mets. Actually, wait. The Yankees take on Atlanta. They stay in Atlanta.
Huge. Keep them out of this. I don't need a second half surge from that team. Just keep them down. Yes. Acuna's getting hot, and I need them to just leave them where they're at.
And Cam Schlittler is going to be taking the start tomorrow, I think.
If he has 5 really good starts, are you like seriously thinking now like this is the 5? Like we don't need to get anything else. Like this is the solidified guy, or are we
It depends on who we get at the deadline. That's kind of where I'm at. It depends on who we get at the deadline. Have they came out and said anything yet?
Because I know the Mets came out and said they're not going to make any big splashes. They just want to bullpen.
They haven't really said much. Well, Cashman has said we're all in. We're looking at the third baseman. We're looking at a starter. We're looking at a reliever. But he says it every year. It's nice to have hope. It's nice to have hope, I would say. It's nice.
Blue Jays aren't going to stay hot forever. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Chris Bassett made an ace.
Yeah. Let's go to the Mets. Dropped 2 out of 3 against the Orioles. They dropped that doubleheader, but they do bounce back, get big series win. You want the sweep, but you get what you get.
Manaea pitched great in that third game. I know they lost on a walk-off, but he pitched great.
I know. Sean Manaea's back. How are we feeling? How did he look? I didn't really
He looked steady. He looked steady. You're easing into that first start when you're back. He's been out 3 months. I mean, it's been a long time. He came out.
They kind of opened with him and Clay Holmes, right?
Yeah. So he came in, I think, in the 5th inning or 4th or 5th, and he finished out the game.
Oh shit! Wow. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. All right. So he looked good there. Juan Soto hit a big home run in the
highest WAR in the NL. This guy is every cent we paid for him worth it. He's unfucking believable, Stan. He really is. I don't mean to rub salt in that wound if it's still an open wound, but he's great.
It's still an open wound. Yeah. I mean, he hit the biggest home run in my life. Really?
Probably.
Some would say.
He's done more in the playoffs than Judge has. I'm not slighting Judge. I'm not slighting Judge. I'm just saying. I'm not slighting Judge. I'm just Judge. And speaking of Judge, talk about a guy. I know we're on the Mets now, but a guy who hasn't been talked about as much as he should be. He's batting .356 into the All Star break. No one said this isn't a normal thing. People just think this is the norm nowadays.
I think it has been talked about. I just think that there's been. I think we're just okay, this is who he is. This is a fucking
Cal Raleigh's getting the spotlight in the AL, but if you're really looking at it all up and down, it's...
I know we're going to talk about the Mets a little bit more, but let's just talk about it now. You mentioned his name, Cal Raleigh. Is this a little Maguire Sosa thing that we might be seeing between Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh?
Yeah, it seems like they're going tit for tat every game. So
Cal Raleigh is getting a little Bonds treatment. In this month alone, everyone's pitching him inside. His strikeout percentage is down. His walk percentage is up. People fear him.
I think unfortunately for the Mariners, they're in a kind of a shitty lineup situation where, he's not producing RBIs. Look what happened against you guys.
Yes.
I mean, he hit a home run. You won 10-1. So, I mean,
that is true. Also, shout out to Mariners fans, though. I think they won the All Star break. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They won the All Star.
I will shout out Yankees. Break up a no-hitter in the 7th and win. I mean, we didn't even really talk about that.
Oh, yeah. That was also. Woo was incredible.
That whole staff is unbelievable.
That whole pitching staff is great. Now they get the rich get richer.
Mm-hmm.
They get Kate Anderson in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And Raleigh wins the home run derby. And look out for him.
They still aren't going to do anything in the playoffs.
Who knows?
I mean, we know they're not going to do anything.
Who knows? Let's stick with the Mets. Peterson looked pretty good in Baltimore.
But how do you not, it's just, it's a matter of getting guys. You said it earlier, Stan. The Yankees went 5 for 7 with runners in scoring position in that game. The Mets, a few games back to back. I mean, they went 1 for 11 in one of those games with runners in scoring position. Then they went 2 for 13. They're getting guys on base. It's just a matter of manufacturing runs. I don't know what happened. I know Lindor is not hitting as great as he was to start, but they got to start putting runs on them. I mean, I know they did in the Royal Series, and I hope they bounce back. But there's been a few games where it's like, geez, Louise, what are we doing?
Yeah. Mets take on Cincinnati this week.
I love it. That's gotta be a sweep. I think we got to get on the right foot. And David Wright retirement night on Saturday, Stan.
Yes, it is. Let's talk about the video now. So for those that don't know, the website where MLB has all the MLB Film Room site that has every highlight, every video package ever. They dropped a little video that just said Lindor, captain. And this 50-second video showing David Wright highlights, and it's talking about being captain of the New York Mets. They showed Keith. They showed Gary Carter. Was it Mike Hampton as well?
It might have been, yes. They showed them all, and then it finished with Lindor.
It finished with Lindor, and then you heard, I believe it was either Keith or Ron saying, the Mets should stick the C on his chest. If they don't,
we've been saying it all year. Everything about this guy, it comes out. He's a natural born leader. He's the number one guy in the clubhouse. He talks to guys after every single guy after games. He's the first guy in, He's just a true professional. Definitely sort of David Wright-esque. If they don't give him the C, I mean, it feels like a slap in the face. What he's done,
especially now with that video out, I feel like now it's just they have to.
I feel like just do it.
Fans might just go to the game just to I know David Wright retirement nights. Everybody's like, okay, yeah, we're retiring David Wright's number, but also we're naming Francisco Lindor captain because I feel like it makes the most because the Mets are known for doing that. Remember,
a little handoff, yeah.
Remember when they retired as a surprise? Oh, when they surprise retired Willie Mays' number?
Yep.
They are typical for doing the big surprise thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which I would never put it past him.
Going back to that, he was promised by the original owners that when he finished, they would retire his number. What's her face? I can't remember her name, but she promised him back in the day, and the Wilpons never.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. They never fulfilled it. And
assholes. Yeah. So Lindor might be the new captain of.
It's rightfully earned. If you watch if you know anything about New York baseball, I mean, he's a true professional, a true leader, especially in the Mets clubhouse. He is the head and shoulders of that team. Everyone will say it up and down. So, and you know what? I know there was some speculation. Well, it should be Nimmo. He's been there the longest. It's Lindor.
Who cares?
It has to be Lindor.
Who cares? Has to be. Let's go around the league. We mentioned Judge and Raleigh. Everyone, it's kind of just become Maguire Sosa, mini Maguire Sosa. I wouldn't say. I mean, I know Cal Raleigh is 38
We're not
home
there
runs
yet.
before the All Star break.
They were hitting 70s against. They were going in. Yeah, I mean,
true. Let's talk about this Rafael Devers, Will Clark thing. Isn't this weird?
You know what? I would say it's weird. But the way he went out in Boston, it's...
Part of me, it was a little clickbaity, because it was just
Well, again,
we heard the shit in Boston.
Right. I heard some speculation that he was injured, and it was kind of a fake rumor, but I also heard the other thing that's fake. It's all over the place. I think the media is just out to get this guy. He's an easy target right now. Anything he does wrong, he's under a microscope right now. I mean, Or is
he just an asshole?
I think that's part of it. I think he's also part of that. But I will say, the way the Red Sox situation was handled on his part was poor, but the way they addressed it in the beginning of the season was also kind of poor on their part, saying, take the glove out of your hand. You're only using the bat. And he's like, what? Mm-hmm. And now they want him back in the field, and he's like, oh, now I'm not doing that. So. Yeah.
I remember Alex Cora being he's playing, he's taking the bat. That's it. And everyone was kind of just oh, good for him. I was like, I'd rather not have my manager call out my star franchise player
who's been our starting third baseman for how many years now?
God knows how long.
So
a while. a while.
Yeah. So it was a little obscure on both parts. I think management initially poorly mishandled it, and then obviously what he did was there was no need to do that. Just go play first base.
There was no need. Yeah, there was zero need for it. Let's go to let's talk about the NL Central. And as of right now, going into Friday, we're recording this Thursday night, out Friday morning. The Chicago Cubs have a 1-game lead over the Milwaukee Brewers. In their last 38 games, I want to say, or let's go last 10, because I can't really. The Brewers go into the break with the second longest win streak in the league, 7 games. Red Sox have the longest, winning 10 in a row to go to the break. The Brewers' pitching seems to be back. Woodruff, first start after Tommy John surgery, shoves against the Marlins. Jacob Misiorowski has become a stud. It's almost like it's hitting versus pitching with this, because they're two very different teams. Yeah. Two very different teams. The back end of the bullpen's getting it done for the Brewers. The Brewers have a rotation of Misiorowski, Freddie Peralta, Brandon Woodruff, Jose Quintana. They're 8th in runs scored. Third in steals. It seems like they're getting the job done with contact and running the bases. Now the Cubs, they are in the top 5 of batting average, OPS, runs, home runs, and stolen bases. But their pitching, I wouldn't say abysmal, but it's not what you want when you're a team leading your division right now, trying to make a playoff
Definitely
push.
not.
I like Imanaga. I like Shota.
But kind of past that, it's a little... And I think when it comes down to it, I mean, we see it going into playoff time. Pitching is really what matters. I mean, if you can't have a sustainable bullpen rotation going into the playoffs, you're going to get killed. I mean, every team can hit in the playoffs. So it's just a matter of how good the pitching is. Now, I will say, I did see a little clip. It was some segment on MLB Network. They were saying just Misiorowski put them over the hump as the favorite against the Dodgers. No, I don't think that's even remotely close at all.
And the Dodgers have lost 7 of their last 8.
I still don't get the Dodgers hype. I understand it. I know. I'm not a fool. But the way they talk about him is like they already won the World Series. But aside from that, any starting pitcher alone doesn't make a team. One singular starting pitcher does not make a team immediately the top. That's just not how that works. And especially after that, Mets touched them. Mets touched them pretty good.
Yeah,
he got pulled in the 4th inning. He's not perfect. Yeah. So
speaking of Misiorowski, I get him being in the All Star game, but
why? He's barely played.
There's that, and then there's Ken Rosenthal's interview with him during the game that just made me so uncomfortable. Because here he is, he just had the time of his life pitching in the All-Star. Think of it from his perspective. You have no business being there. He probably knows he has no business being there. And you go out there and pitch a perfect inning, and you're being asked about people whose teammates are in the dugout talking about how you don't deserve to be in it, and it's like the Savannah Bananas. And he's like, what does he have to say to that?
Nothing. That's not a conversation.
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's just him that's just Ken Rosenthal trying to get something, trying to stir the pot, really.
I mean, the whole All-Star game itself, it took a hit this year. I know they added the swing off. I know that was supposed to be a big thing.
They had 70-something million viewers.
Rating percentage dropped again. Yeah.
Let me see the All-Star game ratings. All-Star game ratings.
Ratings decreased 3% compared to previous years.
Okay. 7.2 million viewers, peaking at 8.1 million, making it technically speaking, because the NHL technically did not have an All-Star game, the most watched All-Star event in sports. However,
it's the second lowest viewership in MLB history for an All-Star game. Besides 2023.
Besides 2023? That's the lowest one, 2023?
7 million in 2023. It's the second lowest. I'm saying, the All-Star game's been taking hits for years now, and finally it's like, geez Louise. I know every sport's been taking a hit, but MLB All-Star game used to be fun to watch, man. It really did.
The home run derby was fun to watch. We had the home run leader win the home run derby.
Yeah, that's great. I would have loved to see a little bit more of the old school look where you got actual big power bats in it. I would have liked Judge, Vladdy, Alonso, Schwarber.
The only time that Aaron Judge said that he would ever do the home run derby is when he said that if it's in New York, if it's at Yankee Stadium, I will do the home run derby.
Imagine
anywhere else he's not doing
him and Alonso facing off in Yankee Stadium.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be sick. But I know down the road we're gonna get I love O'Neal Cruz, but come on, he hits it hard.
Dude, he put on a show.
I know.
He kind of exhausted himself, but he put on a show.
He was trying to kill every baseball.
Dude, he was swinging 500. What was his longest? 508?
Something crazy.
He tied Judge's record in 17.
I think Alonso was the furthest.
Yes. Alonso
was a Coors Field.
Yes, I think it was. They showed the stat. It was like longest home runs, not including Coors Field.
Because all three of the top are Coors Field.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the swing off. I liked it for the All-Star. For an All-Star game, I liked it. Because there's no way that you want to be playing at extra innings in a game that doesn't matter, where no one gets anything.
It used to matter, Stan. It used to matter.
But it's an All-Star game. Why should it matter?
Well, I know
it's an All-Star game.
I know it was that ruling because the leagues didn't play each other back in the day. If anyone remembers, you'd only play NL teams, you were in the NL. You'd only play AL teams, you were in NL.
No, but here's the thing. The reason why they implemented that was because the All-Star game in 2002 ended in a tie. And fans were all like pissed off and all this. So they're like, okay, the fans were mad that we tied. All right, winner gets home field advantage.
That's so sick to me. That guys are leaving it out of the line.
It was cool and all, but like it's all fun and games unless like let's say a team that's not like you're really gonna let a guy in the Chicago White Sox determine the fate if the 105 win Yankees get home field advantage over the 82 win Braves. Like, think about that for a second.
I know. Like logically, if like it's like, oh, that sucks. But think of the 85 win Braves team. You're like, holy shit, that dude on the White Sox really got it done for like, oh my god, this Marlins guy really got the job done for us in the All Star game.
Like, I understand, like, but, like, I just think that, like, what are fans there to see? They're there to see the home run. But why not more home runs?
Maybe, I guess I'm thinking of this more of a just competitive standpoint because really, it was like the Four Nations. It was cutthroat. You wanted to win. And the AL won every time. Yeah. Let's be honest. The AL won every single time that was implemented. They won every year. But, like, still, you're like, holy, all right, we got a shot here. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah. So how long until Rob Manfred says, like, you know what? This is awesome. Let's see this happen in regular season
I didn't think that the fucking California rule was going to stay up with the runner on second. I thought they were going to get rid of that. But...
The Manfred man. No, but that's good, though.
I know. But you never know. I know there was robo-umps in the All-Star game.
Oh, they used the ABS?
Edwin Diaz called,
It worked. They have to do it. They have to do it.
I get it.
They have to do it.
I get it. I understand. I like the challenge thing. I like the challenging aspect of it. But if you're just going to bring in a robo-ump, that takes away the whole...
The umpires will still be there. It's not like they're going to be robots. Like, it's literally, they're going to make a call. If they don't like it, they tap the head, they show the thing.
Initially, no. If you remember going back when they first implemented this in the minor leagues, it was the robo giving the umpire a call in his ear, telling if it's a ball or a strike. Now, if they go towards that route, I'm going to hate that. I really am. Because
but I don't think that's happening.
Well, I really hope not. I do like the challenge. I like the challenge rule, but I don't want to overdo it because I like the humanity aspect of an umpire calling 3-2 count, bottom of the ninth, and you're getting a guy walking on a pitch that's real close. Like, yeah, right. That's great. But like in the sixth,
go bigger. That's
right. But sixth inning, it's like a borderline strike call, and you get punched out, and your team just barely gets through an inning. They squeak out, with a guy, a runner on first and third. Like, I like that part, but I don't want to see a guy be like, oh, challenge that. Now we got to go in. You let up a 3-run home run. Like, that's going to piss me off. That's going to piss me off a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't see this happening in the regular season ever. Like, I hope not. Like, I like it for the All-Star game, but if this happen, if I see a home run derby happening in a regular season game, I cannot watch that.
It's not baseball anymore.
No, that's at that point it's becoming like it's an arcade game at this point. Yeah. Like,
and I know that's what putting it on. They're trying to be more child friendly. I get it, but like, take the iPad out of the kid's hand and bring him to the ballpark. All right.
I'll be talking when we get to what I saw. I'll be talking about child friendly because what a specific baseball team has done to the youth of America is absurd. And don't say the name, Tim, because I think you may know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say anything.
I won't. But I'm saying, Stan, the attention span of kids are dropping now. I remember going to doubleheaders being excited. I'm like, oh shit,
yes.
I got to go to a game at 12. I get to sit in the parking lot for another 2 hours, hang out in my car, and then I got to go back in after, I got the game at 5. Like, I like doing that. That was great for me. I'm one of the few guys, I will say, Stan, that actually enjoyed sitting through a 4.5-hour game. I really did. I would sit there and I'd be like, this is a pitcher's duel.
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah. Well, we're a select few. I know most fans are like, this is way too long, but I'm sitting in the game.
I will say I enjoyed sitting through a 4-hour game, but it had to happen. The pitch clock had to happen.
No. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm just saying that it's select few, going into it. I wouldn't have hated if they didn't add the pitch clock. I get why they did, and I don't hate it. I'm just saying they kept it 4 hours. I wasn't against it. I did like watching pitchers duels. Games go to extra, and you're like, this is a 5-hour game. Like, holy shit, this game's sick. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go to the deadline. Deadline's coming up. We're going to talk about sellers. Teams that are selling, definite teams. Let's start with the Rockies.
Yeah.
Definite sellers. It seems like Ryan McMahon and Jake Bird are going to be gone. McMahon, I don't know. I know I said last week where like McMahon fits perfectly for Yankee Stadium, and then you see the underlying metrics, and it's like, oh fuck,
super underwhelming.
Yeah. Like who could even like go after him? Like I mean, I know the Yankees are a team that could. Let's say they lose on Suarez.
Not Detroit.
They don't. What the hell?
Kansas City?
Maybe. I think the only team really is the Yankees.
And if they're out on him, then I don't really know. If they're out on him,
I don't really see anyone taking him. Jake Bird, on the other hand, had a outstanding first couple months of the season, but I haven't really like. Could the Mets make like a big move? Because like let's think about this for a second. We're dealing with the Rockies here, maybe it's not much.
No, I will say Stearns did come out and say they're not going to make any groundbreaking moves. They just want to bolster the bullpen, which is fine. It's fine. But
I mean, if you want to bolster the like this article had, I don't think you do this one. You just said you don't want to do big moves. But this one's suggesting Bird for Mauricio, Drew Gilbert, and Jack Winninger.
What kind of fucking trade is that?
I don't know. He's going to be an attractive trade target though. Like I'm excited to see if he gets moved. Because the Phillies even because the Phillies, I believe the Phillies have had 8 different guys with a save this season, if I'm not mistaken. Because Jordan Romano is not the guy that they hope to be.
And what's his face got suspended?
My God, Alvarado.
Yeah,
Alvarado got suspended.
I mean, I you know what? They're in first place. I think if they want to stay there, you're gonna have to make some moves. So I wouldn't hate that for them.
I wouldn't hate that for them at all. Let's go to the Marlins. The 2 guys that are really coming to mind here. Sandy Alcantara, who's having a down year, but the metrics are saying that he's been pretty unlucky. So maybe that luck can change elsewhere. And Edward Cabrera, so 2 starting pitchers. I think the age-old saying is that every team needs pitching. And when it comes to...
They might be expensive, though. These might be 2 guys you're really going to have to put up a pretty penny for. I think Alcantara a little less because he's coming off an injury and, the numbers aren't great.
That's also true.
Cabrera's young.
Edward Cabrera is very young. I loved him when he was coming out.
You loved his MLB The Show card.
I did love the MLB The Show card. Like, who could be a team that could go get him? It could be the Mets. Because I believe Alcantara has been linked to the Mets. Like, there's
some swings.
Tigers?
I could see the Tigers. I could see Detroit doing that. Who's another team that probably try and get a guy like that?
Honestly,
Guardians, but they don't like making moves.
No, they don't like making moves, and they're a pretty far way out. Like it's not.
Yeah,
the Cubs
they're having a bad year. Yeah, the Cubs. You know what?
We're talking about the Cubs needing pitching, both starting and bullpen.
Yeah, and as this race gets tighter, they might be a little more. Twitchy to try and make a deal.
Yeah, same thing with Cabrera as well. I think that there's a lot of teams that need pitching now. Like now that I think of it, like the Tigers, like I like you have Skubal, Casey Mize is having a great year. I don't think Jack Flaherty's the guy that they kind of wanted him to be. I see you nodding as you're coughing, but yes,
I agree.
Let's see. Thinking of other deadline stuff. Let's go to the Nationals. Players on the table seems to be Kyle Finnegan, first baseman Nathaniel Lau, and Mike Soroka. Mike Soroka's having himself a pretty decent year to be discussed in trade rumors. I think the big move here big move here is Kyle Finnegan. I would love if the Yankees got him. The Phillies seem to be another team. I would find it shocking though if they go in division and kind of just.
I don't think they would.
I don't think they would either. Especially with firing their GM. I don't think that you want to start off the fan base on the wrong foot by giving your best reliever to a division rival,
especially the team at first.
Yes, that is also true. Baltimore. I don't really see Lau or Soroka really kind of going anywhere though.
Maybe the Blue Jays for Soroka.
Yeah, Soroka maybe
might make a move for a starter. I think they kind of are in that gray area. We're like, maybe we got a shot at this.
Nathaniel Lau to the Jays? Not the Jays, the Rays. Maybe the Rays try and make a push.
I don't hate that. I think they're in an interesting spot where they don't even have a real stadium right now, and you kind of wonder what
they just announced. MLB just said if they make the playoffs, then their games will be played at Steinbrenner.
Yeah, so it's like,
which I like. I like it. That had to happen.
But it's a matter like what direction are they going in, kind of thing, because I know that's a huge setback with Wander Franco, obviously, but
Past is in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the AL East, let's go to Baltimore. A lot of guys on here.
It's because they stink.
Lot of guys. Said a lot of guys on 1-year contracts with a lot of value. Cedric Mullins, Ryan O'Hearn, Zach Eflin, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Gregory Soto, Ramon Laureano. We mentioned O'Hearn. I like him on the Rays too. Let's put it this way. If Ryan O'Hearn ever were to be traded by the Tampa Bay Rays, only one player in the Tampa Bay Rays has a higher OPS than Ryan O'Hearn, and it's Jonathan Aranda. That's a move that you have to make. I think the pitching's already there. The bullpen's already there. It's just that the offense needs something. It needs a spark. You cannot just rely on Jonathan Aranda.
Does Baltimore up the price now, though, if they're going interdivisional? This has become more of a...
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
And they're kind of a stingy team. Are they willing to give up prospects? Because that's what they kind of rely on. Kind of rely on these young guys to come in.
That's what they do rely on. Exactly, yes. I look at Cedric Mullins. I see a team like the Mets.
I don't love him. I don't love him.
Really?
I don't love him. No.
Lefty bat?
I don't know. Something irks me
fielder?
About him. I think
Are you just still having this love affair with Tyrone Taylor? Where you're just like,
listen, I love Tyrone Taylor's defense. It's unbelievable, but the bat is abysmal. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. I just don't think Cedric Mullins is like that much better. Obviously, and Jose Siri's coming back eventually. Do you give him a shot again? Like
maybe, but I feel like if a guy like Cedric Mullins is on the table there, I think you go get it. It's only a rental. It's not like you have to give up much.
Right. How much are they asking for? Because, you don't want to give up too much for a 1-year guy that's like not going to really make that much of a difference, if you know what I'm saying.
Again, Mullins, Philly.
Yeah, another team. Again,
I think it's you guys in Philly with Cedric Mullins. I don't really see let me see a mock trade. Let me see Cedric Mullins mock trade right now.
I don't know what it would consist of.
Not from SM. Let's see, Joe DeMayo of SNY. Let's see what he has to say. This is for Jaron Duran. Never mind. Oh, actually, no, sorry. That would send Mullins and Gregory Soto to the Mets for Nate Dome and Jack Wenninger.
I wouldn't hate that.
I wouldn't hate it, but I feel like if you're getting 2 guys, I feel like you need to give up a lot more.
Well, I don't think that's what the deal would actually be, but, that
is also true. Eflin, everyone needs pitching. Again.
Mets.
Yeah, everyone needs pitching. Dominguez, I would love Sir Anthony Dominguez on the Yankees.
I would love him on the Mets.
Again, I find it hard to believe that anyone could really...
I think we have a better shot at getting him than you guys, I think, if we're going to...
And Ramon Laureano. Maybe that could be a sneaky piece, too. I could see him being a Met. I just have the vision. I can see him.
It's a name you can see in a Mets jersey.
Yes, it is. It's just a name that you can see in the Met jersey. Let's go to the Pirates. Mitch Keller has been a pretty big name available.
That's the guy I really wouldn't... I would mind...
Yankees have been looking at Mitch Keller as well. Brian Hayes could be a backup plan for the Yankees at third base. I'm sure a lot of WFAN callers would love that due to who his father is. An old friend, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, having himself a good year.
It would be so funny if you got him, and I know they're not going to give up Chapman now, but if you got him and Chapman back at the deadline, I would have cried laughing.
I would have died. And then Dennis Santana, another former Yankee. Dennis Santana was as a middle reliever. Could be a pretty good piece. We mentioned all these teams that need bullpen before. The Cubs need bullpen. Exactly. The White Sox, I put Luis Robert.
How many years of this are we going to do now? All right, I mean, like, is he...
I will say, Andrew Vaughn was doing pretty shitty in Chicago. And then he got traded to Milwaukee, and now he's been like a pretty consistent guy.
I think everyone just hates being there. I
think,
wouldn't you?
I feel the exact same. Like, could the Mets make a move at Luis Robert?
That's a name that's been getting thrown around.
Again, the Phillies.
It's
a
matter
looking
of,
at Luis Robert.
The White Sox. They asked for a ridiculous price for these guys that no one wants to give up. They're not worth it after what they've done, and they're never going to get rid of them unless it's a valuable trade where we don't have to give any big prospects. I'm fine with it, but if they're going to ask for something like, I'd rather have Ronnie than Luis Robert. I mean, what is he batting now? Like 210? He's not even having a good year.
Yeah, but still, though, like if all you need is just a change of scenery, and it could really change a lot. And maybe that's what Luis Robert needs. Maybe he needs exactly that. Now let's go to the D-backs. Let's start with Eugenio Suarez, because I almost had a heart attack watching
That's the Yankee, everyone.
That's the big target for the Yankees. And now I can tell you exactly why I dream of an Eugenio Suarez trade. Because now you can have a lineup. You can have Cody Bellinger. You can have Paul Goldschmidt. You can have Cody Bellinger. You can hit Judge third. You could go Jazz cleanup, and then Suarez hitting fifth. And you have Stanton, and you have Volpe and Wells. That is such an equal distribution of righties and lefties in the lineup, and that just makes it an absolute nightmare for any manager just to be like, oh, shit, like there's really no advantage here for a pitcher.
It also gives you a bat that I'm not going to say you desperately need, but it would help. It would help a lot to get you out of this lull you guys are in.
Yes. I will say, Passan did say, though, and we'll mention the two pitchers, Yankees could 2 birds, 1 stone this trade and go get a package deal of Suarez with either Zach Gallen or Merrill Kelly, which would be great. I think Zach Gallen, I know the numbers suck.
Change of scenery, exactly what you're saying.
Change of scenery, number 1. He's working with the best pitching coach in baseball. No, I respectfully, I think it goes Matt Blake, Jeremy Hefner. Don't.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think the 2 best pitching coaches are in New York.
We'll call it 1A, 1B.
New York State.
We'll call it 1A, 1B. We'll call it 1A, 1B.
Okay, yeah, I'll call that a fair deal. World Series experience too. He was an ace on a National League pennant winning team. So the experience is there.
I really think it's a guy that both teams are going to go after. I think the Mets and the Yankees are going to be interested in him. I really think if he comes to New York, either side, he's going to be great. So it's just an if, but it would be lovely.
I also think that this could be like a good trial if we do get Suarez. Because here's the thing: there's no third baseman that's like you're not above average. You can hit 20 home runs a year. You're a good fielder. Like there's no
It's really like Machado.
It's either
Ramirez.
No, it's like you can either hit or can't field, or you can field great and your bat sucks. Like
there's like 3 guys that are good at both.
Yes, because let's say if we do trade for a guy like Arenado, if we do trade, I'm not saying that I don't think there's any rumblings of them trading Arenado, but let's say we do trade for a McMahon or we do trade for Brian Hayes. Those are guys with a lot of with a couple of years of control left. I think if we get Suarez, it's a good trial for him because let's say he does thrive. And then we can give him the cash. So
I think that was pretty much the clear-cut Yankee favorite. If you're a Yankee fan, that's what you want.
That's the big time get. I could see the Cubs going to get him. I think that there's a bit of that. Do want to mention Josh Naylor. I think he goes to the Mariners. I think the Mariners kind of make a push. Because right now they're platooning Donovan Solano and Luke Raley at first base. I think that you want a clear cut.
Their lineup does not scare me at all. Like at all.
It doesn't, but it gives you a guy
stability. Gives you good stability at first base.
Gives you stability at first base. That way you're not mixing and matching every day. So that's all I got on the trade deadline. I can't wait for it.
I think the Mets and the Yankees are going to the Yankees might make a huge move. I think they are going to get Suarez. But besides that, I don't think it's going to be so minimal that it doesn't matter. But it's going to be little plug and fill guys in the bullpen, maybe a rotation guy that's really going to step up big time for them going down the road. So it's a big trade deadline.
I think the Yankees are already starting by claiming Rico Garcia. Like, I freaking loved him. I thought he looked good. I saw the highlights. It's nothing. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know it's Rico Garcia and his career stats are not good at all. Hey, we could, if we find something there, we'll see. All right. Let's go to the Knicks. Mike Brown had his introductory press conference. I think he absolutely nailed the press conference. There is a clip that I do want to play as Tim's having a little bit of technical difficulties right now, but I hear him. Okay, we're good. We're back.
We're good.
All right. Let's go. All right, I do want to play this quick clip for you, what Mike Brown said on accountability. Refreshing to know that, that the Knicks are going to have a coach that's willing to adapt and trust his players and not just
run the same 5 guys.
Yeah, run the same 7 guys off the bench. And that's why I think we have probably one of the best bench units in the league.
I think
about
Cleveland and the Knicks probably close 1A, 1B.
Let's say he does start. Let's say he does start Mitchell Robinson. So now you have a bench of Josh Hart, Deuce, Jordan Clarkson, Guerschon Yabusele, and maybe Ariel Huckporty. Maybe. That's a big maybe, though. But I would love to see some Ariel Huckporty minutes.
I think it would be a much-needed sort of... drop it. But much-needed sort of... I don't want to say like...
Also, we do have one more roster spot, though.
Well, you could
add... It's down to either Ben Simmons or Landry Shamet. And now call me crazy.
I would like Ben Simmons.
I like Ben Simmons too.
That gives you defensive.
You can put it
a huge
gives us good
defensive versatility. Yes, that's a huge thing you need. Like, especially down the road.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially under a guy like Mike Brown, I feel like he needs that confidence. I just feel like Mike Brown's like the perfect kind of guy to instill the confidence in him to like
Just get him back to where not where he was, what he was.
A fraction, a small fraction.
Just get him to want to play basketball again.
Yes, exactly. Sticking with the NBA, Bradley Beal to the Clippers. I find it funny how he didn't want to bench roll with the Suns under Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, and then just to leave and take a bench spot with the Clippers under Kawhi and James Harden.
I really like the Clippers, though. I really do. I don't know what it is. I'm big on James Harden again, man. After watching last year,
I like the Brook Lopez pickup. The Brook Lopez pickup was pretty good.
If Kawhi stays healthy, I know that's a huge if, but if he
stayed healthy this year, he was healthy this year.
I know we're going into next year, though. I'm just saying, it's always a bumpy road, Stan. I mean, he can get hurt in game one and never see him play again. But if he stays healthy, I really like this team. I really do.
Okay. And then Dame, he's coming home. 3 years, $42 million, returning to Portland.
No move clause, too.
No move clause either. They get Dame back while still having the assets from the Dame trade, which is incredible. They didn't really get
anywhere with that, though.
They got Drew Holiday. I believe it was Shams did a tweet about it, and now I'm forgetting. One of them was Drew Holiday, who Portland ended up trading to Boston.
He forced his way out of there.
Just to get him back, though, which is even funnier. Let me find this. Okay. Portland traded Damian Lillard for Drew Holiday, Toumani Camara, assets in 2023. Then Holiday to Boston for Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, and assets, which one of them led to getting Denny Avdia. Now the Blazers have Lillard and Holiday plus Avdia, Williams, Camara, a 2029 first, and 2 Milwaukee pick swaps. And we know what's going down in Milwaukee. So
yeah,
Portland looks pretty good, I would say.
I just think they're gonna kind of get back.
Set up.
Might be kind of getting back to where they were with Dame, though. I don't know what his when he comes back next year.
Honestly, though, well, here's the thing. Now you now have a lineup. Like, let's say you had when Dame's healthy. I know we're thinking. Actually, let's talk about this year. So no Dame at all. Scoot Henderson, Drew Holiday. Does Camara play for him or start for him at least?
He might. I haven't watched much Portland.
That's also true. Donovan Clingan at the 5, and then you have
right.
Also, this Yang kid.
Oh, he looks phenomenal.
I love him, dude. I love him. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be great. I love him.
This year is going to be definitely a sort of a setup for next year, I guess, when Dame comes back. But I'm thinking when Dame comes back, like, what does his role kind of look like? Because you have Scoot at the point. You kind of have big expectations for him this year, especially with the jump that you hope he makes.
I think it's more what are Scoot's expectations? Because this is a big year for Scoot. If he doesn't look that good,
he had flashes. He had flashes.
Yeah, but is it because we were comparing him to Wembanyama on draft day? And we see what Wembanyama's like.
I called him a mini LeBron. So did some other guys.
No, we called him mini prime Derrick Rose, and I don't think
it doesn't look like that right now.
A good comparison. It does not look like that right now. Shams also did say that Portland was the only team that offered him big money.
Well, I heard he had 8 different meetings with them.
Really?
Yeah, they wanted, they mutually wanted this to happen.
Well, clearly they wanted him, yeah, but
it was a mutual thing where he was like, I want to come home.
Yeah. Contending teams were offering him a lot of mid-level exceptions and veteran minimums, so I just figured, hey, you get to rehab back home. I think his family lives in Portland, so you have that, and you get to rehab, you're close to home with your family. I just love it. I think all's right in the world. I love it when a star player returns.
Listen, he went to go chase that ring. It didn't work out. Now he's coming home. That's what happens.
Yeah, I think he's kind of unfortunately accepted that reality that he's probably not going to get a ring.
He won't.
So might as well just go to Portland. Let's go to football real quick. Jets extend Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner. I feel like this is the first time. This is the first time that I've felt like the Jets are a new regime for the Jets. It's you know what? They're doing something right.
They're doing everything right. And they got what they rightfully deserved pay-wise, too.
Oh, yeah. And it also furthers my theory that Garrett was out of there if they kept Aaron Rodgers.
I think so, too. But, before he signed, a video of him after signing that contract, he goes, Jet for life. And it was always going to be a Jet for life. And I know, people say that after getting big money. I get it.
Rumors.
It's nice.
Rumors.
I know. But it's nice to hear. It's nice to hear. I mean, he really is.
Good to hear.
If you look at his stats and compare them to league, and I know because the Jets have sucked, people just kind of overlook that. He's been a top 5 receiver in the NFL for...
And we've seen the catches he's made. Mm-hmm. I immediately looked to the Halloween one where his shin was literally that one-handed. Yeah, they put the Jordan logo over him.
He's an unbelievable receiver. I mean, he's world class. You're not going to get a better guy.
Now he gets to be with his college quarterback.
Let's see how it works out, man.
Let's see how that goes.
I don't know yet.
Someone said to me the other day, it's just like Justin Fields is like the most Jet player of all time.
He really is.
Like, where it's just like he's a name. He's not good, but he's a name from stuff that he's done in the past.
Like Fitzpatrick.
He may not Fitzpatrick. It's Le'Veon Bell comes to mind, where it's like, holy shit, like he's a name. Like he's done good things.
Flacco, Vic, Tebow. I mean, how many guys did we get?
Tebow's the prime example there.
I meant to say Tebow. Jets T-shirt. Yeah, he was something. It was funny too because
that was a time.
He went from the Jets to the Mets, which is like for me as a fan.
Wasn't he with the Patriots at one point?
Yeah, for like a week, and then then he kind of. But it was just funny.
Went to the Mets.
Like, oh shit, he's a Met.
He went to the Mets, and then he became a tight end for the Jaguars. People forget about that.
Yeah,
and he got that preseason game where he got laid out. It was insane.
He wasn't ready for it.
When he got flattened by a practice squad linebacker,
you kind of knew. You were like,
it's
like Cam Newton suiting up for the Patriots. You're like, what are we doing?
Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Yeah. And then other NFL news: T.J. Watt finally agrees to a deal with the Steelers, 3 years, $123 million, highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. He joins a lot of edge rushers that got paid, elite edge rushers for that matter. Myles Garrett got paid. Danielle Hunter got paid. Max Crosby got paid. So, I mean, rightfully so.
Yeah,
TJ is.
I was going to say, figure for the edge rusher.
Single season sack leader. So I feel like this is money well deserved. Does it mean anything for the Steelers? Not necessarily.
Again, Stan, we don't know what direction they're going in, but we know TJ Watt will be there. So
yes,
there you go.
TJ Watt will be there. All right, moving on. What I saw, Tim, go at it.
Kind of crazy today. So I pull up to work at 2. I'm going to work at the golf course. Yes. And as I stroll in, I hear some, people surrounded. There's some buzz around the course. I'm like, oh, what's going on? Let me go ask. Michael Strahan and Albert Pujols decided to come and play golf today at my golf course. Pretty unbelievable, if you ask me. My boss actually re-gripped Pujols' driver in 3-wood, and he texted his dad after he go, I just re-gripped Albert Pujols' clubs. He goes, that's like using his batting gloves. I was like, you know what it is?
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty
like
nuts.
Using his batting gloves.
Yeah. Pretty nuts. Yeah, the fact that Albert Pujols was playing golf at a place that I play golf at just makes me feel a little this much better.
I can't stop thinking about that audio message that I got in that group chat. Tim.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. I will. You know what, Stan? They love me over there. All right. They love me over there.
God. All right. I have 2. What I saw is let's start off. I subtly mentioned this before. Tim, how do you feel about the Savannah Bananas?
Actually, a guy I work with went to go watch them play in DC.
Okay, they've done irreversible damage to the youth of America, and I will stand by this statement because here's why. They're having youth Savannah Banana baseball tournaments.
It's not real ball.
It's not real. Number one, I can't even show a video on it because, literally, I was going to show this video, and then all of a sudden I see a kid shirtless, running down the first base line in a tutu. I was like, YouTube's going to classify this as, fucking child porn. It is ridiculous what they've done. And, kids doing entrance music and, all this. Here's my thing. If your kid wants to dance, I hate to sound like old man yells at cloud, but, if he's going to dance around and perform like this, go to a theater.
Yeah. Stan, I was doing prep step drills when I was, 11 years old. I don't think they're doing that anymore.
This is why Europe's catching up to us.
Yeah.
This is why.
Yeah.
This is why. Hey, I get it. Savannah Bananas, great. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. They're selling out college football stadiums.
They don't have Harlem Globetrotter camps for kids, where they're just doing stuff like that.
Yeah. They didn't have Harlem Globetrotter camps. I wasn't trying to be oh, I want to. When we watched the Harlem Globetrotters in 3rd grade, do you remember this?
At the Westchester Knicks Arena.
At the WCC, the Westchester County Center, baby. But I did not think, wow, I want to be a part of the Harlem Globetrotters.
I was like, this is cool. That was it.
It was great. Whatever. Yeah, Globetrotters win. Whatever. We got to go on the court, take a picture with the team at halftime.
Yeah, I mean,
great
there
time.
15 people there, but yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Globetrotters, yeah. I just don't understand. It's maybe am I so self-centered?
No, I get it.
I'm gonna clip we're posting.
Stan,
this
I was
clip
just talking
about
4-hour baseball games. I was just talking about how I missed that. I'm a purist, and you're a purist. It is what it is.
I swear, no, we're going to post this clip on TikTok, and there's going to be a bunch of 12-year-olds in the comments telling us to kill ourselves.
Savannah Bananas is like playing, and I hate to do this to you if you enjoy the sports, Stan, but it's like playing pickleball. All right, I can't stand
I enjoy
pickleball.
pickleball.
I can't do it. I can't do it. All right. Pickleball was
played
invented.
In a while.
Pickleball was invented, Stan, for elderly people that can't play tennis anymore. All right. Not for a bunch of 20-year-olds to hit a wiffle ball at each other 100 miles an hour in front of a 2-foot net. All right. Not my sport. All right. No.
Wow. Not my sport. Wow. Yeah, but just unreal shit that's happened. Like I'm reading like some of the comments that I'm like reading on Instagram and
you know what, Stan? You know what it is? Kids aren't running poles anymore. Make them run some poles. Get them back to what we used to be doing out there. This is what baseball used to be.
So youth banana ball. I just like here's look at this.
Yeah,
I can't play the sound because of like copyright stuff.
No, I get it. Yeah, it's just not for me.
Here's some of the comments. Other team fed up with this shit. What happened to the sport I love? If you want your kids to perform and dance or do something like this, do it in a theater. Baseball is a sport, not an avenue for entertainment. Those kids on the other team, to my knowledge, want nothing to do with that, or probably not because it was a banana ball tournament. Every other 10, 11-year-old understands how dumb this is. Have your kid perform in a play if you want them to be attention seekers, not on the baseball field. Now, I won't go that far.
I'll say this, Stan. This is what I was doing.
He raises a good point.
I was at a baseball tournament. I was at Ripken when I was 10 or 11 years old, and I think
that's
it was
that's where you know the real ball players come from.
Oh yeah, I'm playing at mini Wrigley Field. I'm loving it. I'm in warm-ups, and Mr. Duffy just rips a ball off my back. I'm like 10. It's like 80 miles an hour off my back. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm 10. I'm like tearing up. I'm like, oh my gosh, my back. My dad goes, rub some dirt on it, put some ice on it. I didn't drive 4 hours for you not to play. So that's kind of what I grew up with. I didn't grow up with the dancing on the field. I grew up with you get beamed. If you don't play, you're a pussy. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's true. And my next one I saw is Tim. Did you see this Coldplay guy?
Oh yeah, like the performance he gave?
No.
Oh, the CEO. Yeah, I did see that. CEO, the CFO.
I'm gonna play it. Here it is. I love how Chris Martin just like cooked them immediately. So for those that don't know, that was not that man's wife. That was not that woman's husband. That is the CEO of Astronomer, which is CFO. The head of HR. That woman.
I heard head of HR or CFO. I didn't know which one was.
Head of HR. She's the head of HR. After extensive research, she is the head of HR. But anyway, my friend Kira was at this Coldplay concert, and I saw it happen. I go, that was real? And she goes, oh yeah, it was. And turns out she told me after they were like showing people, like after that, they were still showing like couples after that. And Chris Martin just like kept on being like, are they having an affair? Like, you better not be having an affair like that guy before. Like, he was just being such an jackass.
I mean, rightfully so. It's his concert. You're going to show up and do that.
And then
the wife
changed her name on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Took the last name out of it. I saw.
Could you imagine being in that office today?
It's
just being a part of a fraction of that company.
Tell you what, right now, Stan, I'll tell you what, they don't react like that, none of this happens. But they reacted like that. And I'm not trying to defend what they did, but I'm saying like they reacted like that, and that's what you think was going to happen.
Like, here's the thing: if they didn't react, like maybe 2 people would have recognized it, and it would have been a non-story.
Maybe
non-story. Nothing would have happened. It's the fact that she gave some like fucking Looney Tunes ass reaction, like whoa, and
he
covered her face.
Away.
Like.
They did it to themselves. And you know what? They deserved it. They deserved it for what they did. But I'm saying the way they reacted was they did it to themselves.
Unreal. The tweets. This was probably like the best day to be on Twitter though.
It's going nuts.
Oh my god. The amount of just like memes that I was like, we're back. The best tweet of that though was the other guy cheating on his wife at the Coldplay concert. Phew. Whoosh. Thank God.
Probably.
Like, I can't even
I saw a T-shirt came out. Someone was wearing a T-shirt. It said, it's the last time I bring the side piece to a Coldplay concert. It was something of that nature.
There's so many more. I'm trying to find a lot. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Damian Lillard in Portland, and it's just those two cuddling together. Let's see. There's a lot, man. There's so many. I have to find a couple more. Some guy in a T-shirt that says, I took my side piece to the Coldplay concert.
That's the one I'm talking about.
My life.
Yeah, ruined my life. That's what I'm talking about. That's the one I saw, yeah.
I believe this movie is, this is from Blue Valentine. It's with Ryan Gosling and Michelle Williams. And there's like a scene where they're just like making out, like on the beach, like having this like lover's moment. How a Coldplay concert feels before you're on the Jumbotron. Like,
Pretty much. I mean, especially for that guy.
To my Sopranos fans, the two guys cuddling, and it's Finn in the car when he saw Vito in the parking lot.
Yeah, yes. I was just about to say, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just so many. There's so many great ones. I can't name them all, but there's so many great. What a day on Twitter today. What an absolute day.
Real good day.
Outstanding. All right. That is all. We'll be back at it next week. Probably talking more baseball. Finally, sports.
It's back
on. These past 2 days have been pretty rough, I will say.
Catch myself watching tennis. Golf's on right now, though. Golf's on.
Golf is on. The Open. How are we feeling? Anyone in particular?
Bryson had a terrible day today, if you saw.
Yes, he was bad. I know this sounds pretty chalky, but I like Scotty.
Yeah, I mean, duh. I like him, too. He had a good shot of 68. Yeah. People like Hatton. Hatton, I heard that name's been thrown around a lot. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just know Bryson with a 78 today is brutal.
Yes, that's bad. I would love to see a guy like Matt Fitzpatrick win it.
My brother is high on him. I'm not gonna lie. My brother is real high on him.
I would like to see a guy like him win. I feel like he needs one.
For any of you golf fans, the last Open they just played at, greens were rolling at like a 14. A lot slower at this one. They're rolling in at 11. So it's definitely a different feel. Putting should be not easier, but difficult. I mean, it's not gonna be as quick. It's not gonna be as quick. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Big Brother started. The first eviction happened. I was very happy about that. I know no one that listens to this podcast really watches Big Brother.
Don't watch Big. Aileen was watching it right now. I think Aileen's watching it. So
really, all right, yeah. Do you know what I wanted to do? And I thought of this as like a content idea, but like it was sort of like a la Barstool Survivor, but like we did it like Big Brother. I was like, one, we do not have the money for the equipment. No. I just remember during COVID, I got bored one day. I was like, what if I played Big Brother like at home, like with my friends, and like. There was like a $100 buy-in. The winner gets like $1,500.
I mean, that'd be nuts.
And then that would be pretty fun. I had like a Google Doc like typed out of like specific competitions, but I don't think that would.
COVID was a wild time.
That was a wild time, yes. But I just wanted my fantasy to become reality, and I don't think that's ever happening.
Maybe one day.
Ever.
Maybe one day.
One day it could happen, but who knows? All right. Speaking of, we gotta think about our football thing.
Yeah, we do.
We got to think about football content as well.
I thought of one, but I don't think either of us are gonna want to do it.
Slam poetry.
No, dude, it's not even embarrassing. It would just suck. It would suck. 10.
What say?
I was thinking 15 paces, and you just get beamed with a paintball gun for like 30 seconds. I've done it before.
No.
I've done it before. It's called. I did it playing paintball with. Shout out Sean O'Connor. Shot for shot, where we had the last paintballs we had in our gun. We stepped like 10 feet away and just shot each other until one tapped out. That was what the guy told us to do. I was like, what?
Would you just wear will you be allowed to wear protection?
You can wear a helmet and some goggles, but you're just going to get beat.
Fuck no. Fuck that. Not a shot.
We'll think of something.
Not a shot in hell. All right. That's going to wrap it up. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Be sure to like this video on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube, leave a comment on our YouTube videos. Be sure to follow us and rate us on Spotify.
5 stars.
5 stars only. And we will see you guys next week. Day to be determined. Hopefully sooner, though, because then we have some baseball.
Thursday? Wednesday?
We'll call it Wednesday. Yeah, we'll call it Wednesday for now. All right. Enjoy. We get sports back, which is great.
Thank God.
Which means we're on the right track to football. We need football in our lives. I just excited to see Russell Wilson play quarterback for my team. That's a sentence I thought I'd never say.
Another year of the Jets.
Yeah, that is true. All right. Peace out, guys.